Hello, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well today. This is Will. Today, I'm going through the various types of lines of credit. A line of credit is resources that are provided to you from a lender, a banker, or a credit union to do some of the things that you would like to do in your lifestyle in general. That could be buying a house, buying a boat, repairing your vehicles, but whatever it is, a line of credit is extended to you from a provider, and that provider expects interest in return. And looking at today, we're going to look at a home equity line of credit as a type of line of credit, and particularly this home equity line of credit is on a investment property. You can get a home equity line of credit or a HELOC on your primary residence, a vacation home or slash secondary home, or an investment property. That has been the main three categories that I've seen on the web in looking for a HELOC and finally obtaining one. So let's go ahead and jump into it and look at the HELOC that I have on an investment property as an investor. Now there could be a loan to value is also a percentage of the value of the home that a lender is attempting to provide for you. I've seen some loan to values of a home go as high, I think, as 95 in general. For this particular property and this particular HELOC, I was able to receive 23.99% loan to value on a property, and it's at a higher rate. HELOCs or line of credits are generally higher on investment property from what I've come to experience. So let's get into and see what I have. Okay, for this particular line of credit, I closed on April of 2024, and it was a $50,000 line of credit on one of my investment properties. And again, they gave me 23 point, I think 99% of that, which was 50,000. So today we're at 9th, September. I started in April. The first 3 months there was a lockout period. I only made interest only payment, and then starting in July, I started making payments on the principal, which is the total 50,500, and then the interest. So at the current rate, the previous balance from August was 50,424. I made payments into it of 8,950. I was throwing everything in the kitchen sink, any type of money I had sitting around. I put into the HELOC and then started paying expenses out of it, which I'll show you later in terms of draws. So I pulled out $4,168.79. The finance charge up until I think the statement period ran from July the 8th through August the 8th. On some of the other statements and some other HELOCs, you may definitively see your statement period, just like on your credit card, normally gives a period of or your cycle. For this particular company, or maybe they eventually change, is only showing the statement date and not the period. But generally, I think it's running from it's generally running the 8th to the 9th of every month. So for the month of August, I owe interest of $403.78. Finance charges here, but they're saying my payment is $402.91. So I'm gonna talk to them about the difference. Additional thing I like about the HELOC line of credit versus the mortgage that this replaced is that the late fee is at the end of the month, so I can take it all the way up to 30 days, leave the money in the HELOC, paying down the principal longer versus on the other two mortgages that I have to pay by the 15th of each month, or I incur a $15 or $20 late fee. Okay, so the APR annual percentage rate for this particular loan is 10.25. The loan that it replaced was 6%. The average daily principal balance. So for over the 31 days of the cycle, the average principal balance was $46,472.59. Now I had some deductions, I paid some bills out of it, so that's the average daily principal balance. The daily periodic rate, I'm gonna go back and calculate that and further understand that. The daily periodic rate appears to be a rate that they charge you per day. Is different from the average, the annual percentage rate, which seems to be 12, the average daily rate on the balance, and then there's a daily periodic rate. If you look at your credit cards, also there's a daily periodic rate. So all in all, the periodic finance charge $403.78, 31 days. So let me divide, let's see, 403.78 divided by 31 days. Let me do that. 403.78 divided by 31 days. So I'm paying about for this particular month, $13.03. When I first started in in April of 2024, I was paying $14.14 per day on the HELOC. So you can see the principal is coming down because the daily rate is coming down also as the principal is coming down. Again, I started at $14.14 per day, and a couple of months later now I'm at $13.02 per day, which appears to be a little bit quicker than the mortgage that it replaced, and I'll try to do a video on that. So here, these are the types of descriptions that I've done within the HELOC itself. So I made a regular payment. Now this, you don't see the other months because it came over from another service provider, but I made, this is only showing a few months. So the finance charge in July was $424.28. In June, and July was $451.81. So you can see it's going down. My principal payments, these are some of the principal payments that I made directly to the loan at the regular payments were made. All these were principal only payments. So in July, I was hitting them hard with anything that I can find, any type of money that was sitting around in any account. I brought it over to the HELOC to bring down that average daily balance. Then I was paying my bills throughout the month using the HELOC checks. Here you see principal disbursement. The principal disbursement refers to me sometimes writing myself a check, but for the vast majority, these principal disbursements were to vendors to pay off some bills. So you see the 738, that was one mortgage, 374 was a student loan, 755 was another mortgage, $40 was a utility bill, $1,056 was the rent and utilities at my apartment. Also $225 that was from the DMV. Also wrote myself a $10 check just to see how the system works. So in general, for the monthly payment for August or September that I need to make, $492. All right, the second page just talks about the credit limit, the line of credit, 50,500. the available balance. The available balance refers to the money that's available to me from paying down the principal. So I paid into it and I brought down the 50,500 to a balance that allowed me to have $5,305 to draw from it. The principal balance at one point, as I'm putting as much as I can into it, was $45,194 when it closed, I think on the due date, which was the 9th, but the average daily balance was 46,472. So in between me putting money in, taking money out for 31 days, they gave me an average principal balance. Thus far, since taking out the loan in April of 2024, I paid $2,054.07 in interest. I'm looking at trying to speed this up because I replaced a $35,000 mortgage with this, and it also wiped out an additional $14,000 in additional debt, credit card, automobile, two credit cards, one automobile, and two pledge loans from Navy Federal. So I got some other things that are built in this. By paying off the loan early, in theory, I should be saving about $55,000 because I was up to 192 payments on a 360 month loan or 30 years. And I had 168 payments to go, but I wanted to try a HELOC using velocity banking, whereby I'm dumping my entire paycheck into a line of credit, and I started with credit cards. So the next the next video I'll try to do is of a credit card that I use for velocity banking. All right. Well, again, thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. Not a financial advisor, not a CPA or a planner. I'm a political economist. I work with clients in reducing their debt and my debt also. Also provide various information in terms of business operation, own a couple of multiple businesses. So I'm just using my experience and just sharing it with you in general. If you have any questions about a HELOC, particularly from a investor perspective, also I can talk about from a primary homeowner perspective, the process, how I went about it in general, be more than happy to share it with you. My telephone number and email are in the description box, so just give me a call. Okay, everybody have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. And please hit the like button and the subscribe button to push it up a little bit further on the YouTube algorithm so more people can find the video and hopefully get some value from it. Again, please comment on anything that you saw in the videos, any questions that you have, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Really love the comments. I want to get better about this and hopefully help other people understand how to use a HELOC to reduce their debt. All right. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.